was driving for a trucking company that specialized in entertainment freight. The job I had was with World Championship Wrestling. Never going home. You're on the road 333 days a year. So after 6 years of that, somebody that I worked with knew about US Xpress, recommended them, made the phone call for me, and that's what brought me here. They actually came to Atlanta and picked me up on my last show. First few years, it started off a little slow, but you know, like with any new job, it starts off slow. So just sticking with it, doing what you're supposed to do, picking up freight on time, delivering freight on time. The longer you go, the better they see you work, you get better opportunities. And I probably carried general freight for the first 2 years. And then after that 2 years, I got a dedicated run. Well, it's all about, you know, having a good fleet manager. The fleet manager I have, I consider to be the best in the company. You know, maybe because he's my fleet manager. But, you know, we're on a scheduled run for Volkswagen out of Chattanooga. We bring parts in from Laredo, Texas, and take empty containers back. And not only is, you know, he my boss, but he's a friend. And he takes care of our problems. Like, if we have any problems come up, he makes sure he gets us home. What I like about truck driving, especially here, is you're really your own boss out on the road. I mean, you do have a boss to answer to, but, you know, they're back in Chattanooga or whatever terminal they're at. So you're pretty much by yourself. You have to judge your day, especially with the e-logs now, knowing, you know, how much time you got where you can stop and take your break and, you know, have your lunch and whatever. But you get to see a lot of stuff out on the road as far as traveling that, you know, most people wouldn't get to see unless they booked a vacation. I've been across the Grand Canyon several times, across the Hoover Dam prior to 9/11, been to Las Vegas. I never went to Las Vegas in my life unless it was on vacation. And trucking's taken me everywhere. I would find a company that comes with a high reputation. And you know, there's plenty of publications out there that, you know, advertise. And we're probably one of the biggest. You know, I mean, you hear good and bad with everybody. I can't sit here and say I've never had a bad experience here, but the good ones outweigh it, you know, 1,000 to 1. Well, they probably have one of the best training departments there is. As far as they send you out with a trainer for, I think it's 6 weeks now. I was a trainer back in '01. It was a little different. They've changed the standards. But as far as getting support from the training department, I mean, we had the simulator that they put them on, and then the on the road, you know, practical use. And you just have to listen to what, you know, the trainer tells you. Make sure he teaches you everything, and just don't give up on it, you know, and never think you know everything about trucking. As far as the equipment that I've had, they've always given me a new truck. Now I know they can't give everybody a new truck, but the truck they're going to give you is just about brand new. They keep the maintenance up outstanding on these trucks. I mean, our shops are second to none. They've always been real good on the home time. They give you 1 day at home for every 5 that you're out, I think it is. You know, they try to get you home early, but usually they'll get you home the same day. They've always treated us like family. You know, they take care of the drivers. They've always put the drivers number one. They said they were the heart of the company. Of course, that's true in a sense, but it takes everybody else to make it work. It takes your fleet manager, it takes the load planners. If you have an emergency, they see about getting you home. My mom passed away 3 years ago. They got me home. Not only did they get me home, but they sent flowers to her funeral. And I can't start to think of how many companies would do that. They say, you know, being a truck driver, having a CDL, you know, jobs are a dime a dozen. You can find a job anywhere. I never use that practice because, you know, they've always treated me good. How many people get mad and leave because, like I said, they think the grass is greener somewhere else? But you know what? We have a lot of rehires. That tells you something, because they left here thinking the grass was greener, and it wasn't. I would say, you know, come here and give it a try. Everything starts out slow, but you got to give it a try. You got to prove yourself, you know, for 6 months. Once you proved it, you know, that you can pick freight up and deliver it on time, you'll get better opportunities, and it's home.
Welcome to Valvoline Racing Radio on Rock 105. I want to say a special hello to all of our viewers and listeners at iTruckTV.com.
We'll be bringing you all the latest in NASCAR news each and every week, as well as results and the driver standings in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series.
If it happens on the track or off, we'll have it all for you right here on Valvoline Racing Radio.
That's right, your home for NASCAR in and around the garage area, right here on iTruckTV.com.